Welcome, students. We're going to talk a little bit about informative speaking today, and I'm so excited about it. I love hearing about your informative speeches. You are delivering an informative and a persuasive speech, but the first one we want to talk about is your informative speech. I have been looking at the discussion board where it shows all the wonderful topics that you're coming up with, and I'm so excited about them. I do want to caution you though, from the description of some of your topics, it might be that you're moving already into a persuasive speech. Remember, this is our informative speech. So what I thought I would do is kind of do this little video and talk about the difference between an informative speech and a persuasive speech. Now, we have several different textbooks that we can look at. For example, we have Beebe and Ivy textbook, which talks about, that's this one right here, Beebe and Ivy textbook, that talks about on page 268, informative speaking, public speaking, being a teachable, learnable process. So if you're doubting yourself, it's a teachable, learnable process, and we are going to teach it to you. Their information, let's see, here we have Jaffe. Jaffe on page 2 says that public speaking occurs when you're talking to an audience of people. And then over here we have Cindy Griffin, Invitation to Public Speaking, and she says that informative speech, it communicates knowledge about a process, an event, a person, a place, or an object. You are explaining something, you're describing something, and in explaining or describing, let's say for example, let's take Hurricane Ike for example. Let's say that that's your informative speech. You are only going to describe Hurricane Ike to us. You're going to tell us the facts, the information that you know about it. Of course, in an organized fashion, which we'll talk about later. But in putting your informative speech together, keep this in mind. What am I describing? What am I defining? What is a process I want to tell someone about? If you start your speech off by saying, you know what, my goal today is to persuade you that eating pizza is bad for you. You shouldn't eat pizza. That's a persuasive speech. It's not an informative speech. An informative speech would just describe obesity, give statistics of adult obesity, provide statistics from credible places of child obesity. So you would be describing obesity, but you would not be persuading us that we need to lose weight. All you have to do, are you asking these questions? What do I do for my speech? What's going to happen with my speech? When are we going to do it? What's the assignment? Go to the website, your website for your course, and look under informative speech. And you will see that number 1, you will have a description of what I am looking for when I grade your speech. You will also see a time limit. You will see that you need a PowerPoint, and you will see that you need an outline. What am I grading? That's usually what students are conversing back and forth about. Hey, what's she grading? What's she grading? Okay, so I am, for this speech, not grading as much in delivery. If you do this and and you guys and girls and men and women and males and females, however you prefer to be called, I'm not going to grade the change in your pocket that's going cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. I'm not grading that. I'm not grading that you might be the one doing this. And my next point is, and my next point is, and my next point. I'm not grading that. For your informative speech, I am looking to see, did you follow the directions and provide me an outline? not a manuscript, an outline. Number 2, do you have a PowerPoint? Number 3, are you staying within the time limit that I have provided? And number 4, are you staying on topic, and is it an informative speech? I'm providing the grade sheet for you so you know that what I'm grading when I am looking for that informative speech. Now, you know what informative is. You know the difference between informative and persuasive. I'll give you another video to talk about persuasive. But let me just talk to you about public speaking in general. I have students come in and say, hey, I have taught little kids here and I've talked to little kids there. I can make people laugh when I get up. I can tell jokes really well and everyone's roaring with me. That's not public speaking. That's a monologue is what that is. Public speaking is when you take a subject, and whether it's informative or persuasive, it can be funny as well. You are gathering information, gathering evidence, putting it together in a structured format, in outline form, so that you are not reading. What if you clicked on this video and this is, let me see, okay, let's say that I'm looking at Cindy Griffin's Invitational to Public Speaking, and this is what you get when you clicked on this video. An informative speech, your ethical responsibilities are to focus on accuracy and respect. The information you provide your audience must be factually correct and clearly presented. Your audience must also understand why that information is important to them, if appropriate, how they can use it. So what if someone stood up at the front, at the podium, and spoke like that for 5 minutes? Would you be listening? No, I wouldn't have been listening either. You don't read your speech from a manuscript. You put it together in outline format. The assignments that I've put together for you, the videos that I've put together for you in this, all of these are going to help you put together a phenomenal informative speech. I'm really looking forward to your speeches. And until next time, bye.